Good evening. Welcome to the Rage of Sage. I'm Sage. Tonight we are playing Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI. And we are going to the new Eidolon Church. Alrighty. If you would like to join the chats over here on Twitch at the Rage of Sage 94. Also, if you'd like to purchase this game, it's on Steam for $13, just about. It's pretty cheap. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh, we need to go back to the office real quick. Let me turn the volume up. Why am I not hearing anything? Oh, there we go. I hear it now. It's because my headphones aren't working. There we go. Alright. Let's see. So we want to go to the church. Church on Spruce Street. Okay. Excuse me, I have allergies going on right now, so I'll probably be wiping my nose quite a bit, and I might sneeze here and there. Okay. So let's just do some reading real quick. It's pretty boring, but let's get into it. Alright, the Fellowship of the Congregational Church of New Light. Well, let's go to my email real quick, because Pastor Rogers, he sent me an email, so let's read it. So Mr. Conrad Stevenson, he wrote to my colleague, Conrad. I'm writing you from the Congregational Church on Spruce Street. As you may already know, our church has developed quite a reputation for being for paranormal activity. Parish members have long recounted stories of spirits haunting the church and the surrounding grounds. I myself have heard countless rumors of shadows and apparition sightings throughout the grounds, and I've even seen candles and lights flicker on and off without manipulation. From what I have gathered, all accounts point to a sinister cast of spirits haunting our property. There have been rumors of a lost reverend, a pair of red eyes glaring from the shadows, an elusive woman in white who resides in the crypts, an apparition only known as Mr. Sergerstein, an unholy cult in the woods, and a resentful angel of the mausoleum. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading tonight. My bad. I'm kind of tired, but alright. Word of these hauntings has long tarnished our church's reputation, but I decided to take it upon myself to rebuild our humble holy image. I would like to welcome you to investigate our church and the associated grounds to determine if these stories have any merit to them. Normally, I would never turn to a source outside of the church, but I've heard much about your work, and I think you may be our best hope. We can accommodate an investigation almost any day of the week, but please come in secret after nightfall. I can't take any parishioners knowing that the rumors may be true, even if they really are. For obvious reasons, I would like to refrain from facilitating an investigation on Saturday night, which is perfect because it's Monday. Let us know your availability and we will gladly facilitate any needed setup. I look forward to your response. With warm regards, Pastor Harold Rogers, Reverend Minister of the Fellowship of Congregational Church. So it used to be called the new Eidolon Church. I'm pretty sure. But I know that's exactly where it's at. So let's select some of the stuff. I haven't decided what we're gonna investigate first. Maybe we should read and decide after that. So, the Fellowship of the Congregational Church of New Eidolon. The construction of the Fellowship of the Congregational Church of New Eidolon was finalized in 1763. This was a trying time for the new Eidolon various faithful communities, and it was further strained by the church's construction. Families and friends were torn apart due to differing religious convictions. The new movement of evangelism was aggressively challenging the old strict traditions of the Puritans. It is unclear why the decision to build this church was made, but the after effects are undeniable. Construction immediately forced families to confront their religious differences. Every Sunday, the community could see which church different people would attend. Individuals not aligned with their family's faith were outcast. While neither church condoned violence, many physical disputes occurred. The Congregational Church's first reverend was a great healing force for this disturbance. Within the first decade of his ministry, the community was again one large family. And that's I'm pretty sure his name was Jacob. I don't remember his last name. We'll get to it. However, all quickly changed when the War for Independence broke out. The new Eidolon's supply chain, used to maintain all aspects of life, was destroyed. In order to salvage the town, many folks migrated south to the settlement of their forefathers. The proximity to the sea allowed for an expedited, I don't know how to say that word, reconstruction for the township, which is where the historical district is located today. The migration exasperated the strain felt by the few who chose to stay and ultimately led to the utter decomposition of the church. Norse Cemetery. Although the town of New Eidolon was founded in the mid-17th century, the oldest establishments in the historical district were built in the following century. All the original settlements were destroyed during the native raids of the late 17th century, forcing the townsfolk to migrate across the river and north to higher ground. This secured a more defensible position against the native attacks. Consequently, as the death toll rose, bodies were buried under what is now the cemetery on Spruce Street. The land where the cemetery resides is perhaps the oldest construction within the town. The graves closest to the front gate have long eroded away their epitaphs, I don't know how to say that word, I've never seen that word before, and are the oldest, dating all the dawn of the 18th century. This time was challenging for the town's residents, and no doubt there are unsettled souls still lingering about. Alright. The Mausoleum for the Few. Now, this is my favorite story of this whole location, which we'll probably start here because I love this story. It's pretty remarkable. Okay, so as the community of New Eidolon embraced the future moving into the 20th century, the wealthier citizens thought it best to be remembered for all eternity. In 1894, Pierre Lefebvre was commissioned to design and manage the construction of the mausoleum. Throughout construction, everything went as planned, and in 1895 work was completed, but once community members started to assume residency, controversy arose. It was clear that only the elite could afford to be buried there. There was one instance in 1901 when a family had the money to bury their loved one within the mausoleum, but was denied a plot. The family was not very wealthy and had no connection to any local politician. This sparked outrage and resulted in vandalism to the structure. Throughout the next few years, hired security for the mausoleum was employed, which only deepened the divide about the issue. Since security agents were out on site day and night, protesting citizens could not vandalize as they would previously. Instead, they would leave lit candles on the ledges of the entombed. The cemetery allowed candles to be placed at grave sites, so it was hard to manage who was doing what. Once the lit candle had burned itself out, a mess of dried wax usually engulfed the personal items left on the ledge, disrespecting the entombed elite. Although not very destructive, the gestures was symbolic of the lower class community members disgust with the situation. Yeah, man. In 1905, a compromise was reached within the community when the outside gardens were replaced with tombs, which anyone who had the money could be buried. The decision squelched the issue. Additionally, crypts were created just south of the mausoleum after the incident in 1901 to provide a more lavish burial for those who could afford it. Mr. Lefebvre, unfortunately, was deeply associated with class segregation and was never able to establish his reputation as desired. He tried his best to distance himself from it in hopes to benefit his career. Ironically, after Lefebvre and his wife passed away in 1908, they were both entombed in a white marble sarcophagus right at the entrance of the mausoleum. The elite of the community felt they wanted to honor Mr. Lefebvre for creating such a marvelous final resting place, regardless of his feelings on the matter, which he wasn't happy about it. He did not like the fact that they were burying only rich people there. Damn. The middle-aged and died unexpectedly in a carriage accident. The Lefebvre had no children, and no one knew any next of kin, so their wishes could not be communicated. Damn. The first documented case of paranormal activity in the mausoleum occurred in 1911. It was noted that a few candles were mysteriously placed and lit on the ledges of the entombed residents. This phenomenon has occurred irregularly ever since. Skeptics, of course, simply believe the local kids light the candles as an ongoing prank. Intermittently, throughout the years, folks have seen apparitions within the mausoleum as well as outside within the gated area. This has further fueled the idea that the mausoleum is haunted, and it definitely is. And I have a really crazy theory, and I don't think it's so crazy because check this out. Right here, it says it gives you this little spot in the wiki. It's here, but nobody knows why it's here. But it has all of these, and it's all different collars and related to different horses of the apocalypse. And I'm pretty sure that these aren't ghosts. I'm pretty sure that this is based off of the assumption that spirits don't exist, that they're only demons that possess the image of humans. So, like, Pierre Lefebvre, the guy who built the mausoleum, or whatever his name is, his eyes are white. Or red. One of these. Oh, they're red. Bright fucking red, absolutely. And I think that he's the horse of war. And then there's other people there that have, like, other collars. You'll see when I show them. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure that this is relevant, and, like, nobody's pointing it out for some reason. I think that the boy in blue, I think that he's a demon too. Because if you're into, like, paranormal stuff, then most people that are into it believe that ghosts can't be children. Because children are innocent. There's no way they could be held in purgatory. So if it's a spirit apparition, if it looks like a child, if it's an apparition, it looks like a child. It's most likely not a child. You know what I mean? It's most likely like a demon who's trying to get sympathy from you. And yeah, so I think that this page right here is really relevant, and I'm not sure why nobody's talking about it. But anywho, we're gonna choose the mausoleum because I want to go see Pierre. Yeah, Pierre right here. I want to go see him. And then let's zip over the crypt for the community. Okay, so this is what was built after the Pierre had built the mausoleum and they had built the tombs around it. They had built the crypts. So in the early 1900s, after the construction of the mausoleum, the community made it abundantly clear that they did not appreciate the social divide manifested by the burial practices implemented. For only the elite were allowed to be entombed within the mausoleum. It was later determined that even Mr. Lefebvre, the architect of the mausoleum, was disgusted on how his creation evolved. As a result, By 1910, the cemetery director purchased land south of the mausoleum, expanding the cemetery. This provided comparable burials to what was available within the mausoleum. It took approximately 60 years before the area known today as the crypts became fully occupied. Technically, this area is not a crypt, but over time the name was adopted to help specify the area of the cemetery. In addition to needing clarity on which mausoleum a person would be discussing, it is likely that there was a lack of familiarity with the words mausoleum and crypt. Okay, so that makes sense. The earliest reports of paranormal activity actually started prior to this area being developed. Legends of the shadow in the forest, also known as red eyes, have been around for countless decades. Some of the earliest reports was documented by the original colonists. The first settlers had a strong fear of the natives who lived in the area, and their folklore developed around this fear. After the crypt's construction, witnesses observed wandering on the road between the crypts and the woods. After the crypt's construction, witnesses observed wandering on the road between. One might assume this is not mere coincidence. Okay, that doesn't. There's some typos going on here. Other reports of paranormal activity have accompanied this area over the years. The body of a murdered woman was found here in the late 1940s. It is alleged that her spirit can be seen wandering the grounds. Many folks over the years have reported other transparent beings. For example, many investigators have allegedly seen a small child playing around the southernmost section. Due to the circumstances associated with the woman who was found murdered, paranormal investigators believe there may be a connection between the two entities. And we'll get into that too, because I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you about this. So, there was a woman who lived close by to the cemetery with her husband. And he was really, really abusive for years. And she ended up having an affair with another man and getting pregnant. And she couldn't tell him. And one year, like 7 years later, when the boy's done, like a kid, like walking around and stuff like that, they get into an argument, and out of spite, she tells him. Well, it's about to get graphic. In retaliation, he killed them both. He hid her in one of the empty crypts at the crypts here. And then he chucked her son into a water, somewhere where there was water. But yeah. And they say she's still there looking for her son, and he's still there looking for her. Alright, then you got the groundskeeper's residence. This is Mr. Surgerstein. I'll just go ahead and tell you about this because it's a lot shorter than reading all this. So basically, him and his family were the groundskeepers. After the church was built, they had to have somebody watch over the church and the surrounding grounds at night. So they hired Mr. Surgerstein and his family. And they moved there. The house was already there, so that we don't know who built the house. We just know who lived there in the time that we just know Mr. Surgerstein lived there with his family. Okay, so he had a son who was part of a cult and did some shit. Like some really shady stuff. So his son got sent off to jail. Mr. Surgerstein kept his job as the groundskeeper for years after that, but then I guess the church come under new management, and that new management decided it would be a lot cheaper to just contract a company to come take care of the grounds, once a month or so, than pay for a whole family. Because literally they were paying for Mr. Surgerstein's kids to eat, paying for their food, paying for their schooling and stuff like that, like paying for everything. And like they eventually decided that it was too much to spend, that they would rather just contract a company to come do it. So they did. And then they set up tours, like museum tours at the Sederstein house for some reason. Never clarified why. And like the Sederstein family wasn't really that big of a family. They were just groundskeepers at a church. So that was kind of confusing to me, the fact that they opened it up as a museum and like did tours and shit. But anyways, Legends of the Woods. Now this is where his son got involved, and I don't think it says it. I don't think it says it like just outright that his son was involved with this, but he said some stuff in one of my prior investigations at his house that makes me think that his son had something to do with some of the stuff that was going on in the woods. So, the native peoples of the surrounding areas have long told stories of a malevolent spirit capable of possessing those that find themselves in peril. When men find themselves desperate for survival, where they must turn to a more bestial nature, the spirit of the Wintakawa, or the Wendigo, may seek them out to take advantage of their misfortune. These men would be plagued with desires of endless greed and hunger, and would often end with the affected person lashing out, killing, and even eating his once friends and neighbors. And I think that's what happened to Mr. Cedricine's son. The possessed would then flee into the woods and be transformed into a monster growing in size. His heart turns to ice, and a foul stench follows him wherever he goes. These creatures of legend supposedly roam the woods and nearby caves, luring hunting parties, and gatherers into their territory. These unsuspecting parties would follow the sounds of screaming and pleas for help and confront the stranded. The young men and women would never be seen again. Cultures and stories mixed over time, with many immigrants seeing similarities between their own stories of werewolves and the native stories of this cannibalistic monster. Many retelling would include the man taking on the skull and antlers of a deer, although these were absent from the original tales. Many colonists who heard tales of the Untakawa chalked up these occurrences to bear attacks. However, the settlers would end up reporting their own encounters of some being with striking resemblance to the Wintakawas. After the establishment of the church, loggers in the area reported a demon in the woods. They often reported hearing a strange bleating noise ringing out from the woods in the night. One man, Joseph Edwards, would investigate these noises and reported a hideous buck stalking men in the woods. He was widely disregarded by any sort of authority, but the church warned it was an omen of sin, and advised those who heard the noises to pray to the Lord until all thoughts of the beast in the woods fade away. Damn. That's some stuff right there. Okay, so we're going to go see Pierre at the mausoleum. And we're going to go check out the church, too. Because I want to see the preacher guy. I want to talk to him. See what he has to say. So, it's Pastor Rogers. And the Lost Reverend. Angel of the Mausoleum. Yeah, I'd be resentful, too, if I was buried in a place that I didn't want to freaking be buried in. And that's the thing. I ain't going to be buried, so I ain't even worried about it. Let's go to archives, because I know I've got a lot of notes on him. Yeah. So, we've got paid for what service? Oh, that's with Red Eyes. We don't need that one. Evicted, then sold tours. Okay, that's Mr. Sergestein. We'll take that one. Oh, no, we're not going to Mr. Sergestein. We're going to, okay, Pastor Jacob Johnson. Here we go. Investigate. Yeah, okay. And then we need one more for Pastor Rogers. Or just the church. Let's just take one on the church. Alright. Grab my photo cam. I usually try to grab everything in a certain order because when I first started playing this game, all the hotkeys were in one order, and I got used to that. And if I don't pick them up in the same order, then they're on my tool belt all fucked up, and I don't know where anything's at. So, oh, I got the Deirdre achievement. I must have got all the evidence the last time I was at the Bar Harbor Lighthouse. Yep. That's pretty crazy. Trying to figure out where this is supposed to be, and I think I know, but I don't want... See, because this reminds me of where the SS Atlantic crashed. But no, that would make this like, well, this could be like, no. This has got to be like a made-up spot on the map. There's no way that this is inspired by an actual place. I think it's supposed to be somewhere in like Maine, Canada, like that type of area. Northern United States, southern Canada type of area. And that's where the SS Atlantic was crashed at. It was like right there, Nova Scotia. So, let's go to the map, to the church here. Man, it's been a while.
What an incredible opportunity to investigate this location at night. There's quite a history here pertaining to the paranormal. I'm very grateful Pastor Rogers reached out, although I'm not sure what he'll think if I find some evidence. Regardless, Pastor Rogers was concerned enough about what he and his parish members have seen to reach out. I'm sure I'll be able to find enough evidence to support their claims and put their minds at ease.
Alright, let's go to the church first. Get my EMF out. Ooh, FPS is dropped just a tad. It's a really big map though, so I'm not surprised. This map is huge. Hello? Oh, there's a bright... That's new. It doesn't count as evidence. That's stupid. That's a new sound I've never heard. What if I go over here? Can I mess with this? Nope. Got the piano all locked up on me. Excuse me?
That was a very unusual noise. I will keep that as evidence.
I know you didn't just fucking shush me.
Incredible.
I just got here. I just got here.
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
Can you buy me dinner first or something? What the hell? I literally just got here. Where are you going? Yeah, and this is where, like, I guess this is where, like, the nuns and stuff lived. Or whatever, where the preacher or pastor lived. Where you at? I see you. You ain't trying to hide it all tonight. out here now. Where are you? Which way are you going? Oh. I'm farming?
These lights are acting funny.
Uh-huh.
I should continue investigating.
Mm-hmm.
The EMF meter should not behave this way. This is paranormal.
Shit, where'd you go?
These temperature fluctuations appear to be normal.
There it is. Oop. What? Fucking walking through me, dude. Which way you going? Which way you going? And I think this guy's a bad guy too. I know he was I don't know. I think there's something up with this guy too. I know it only said good stuff about him, but he says stuff like, alas, a softened mold. I don't know what that means, but I don't like it. Bro, where are you? Bitch. You better quit telling me to hush and shit. I didn't even get that. Where are you? Dude, this game hurts your eyes. There you are. Yeah. Shit, where'd you go?
That's extraordinary audio evidence. Looks like just a cold spot.
Really,
Nothing
Conrad?
paranormal.
Shut up. Y'all showing out tonight. I don't know what's up with you guys. Usually you guys are a little bit more shy than this. Especially the one that keeps telling me to shh and hush. There you are.
These temp readings are unusual.
Yeah. Farm it. Stay with it. Ah! I lost it. It's like when you think you have the walking pattern down.
Something is going on here.
There we go.
These temperature readings are definitely paranormal.
Like as soon as you think you got that walking pattern down, they're like, watch this. Oh, my tissue started tickling my arm. I was like, what is that? know Kay's in here. Somewhere. That's the one that keeps telling me to hush. And shh. That's one of the occult members. When the church was ran down, the cult members took over and had sermons in here. Oh. Damn it, I keep missing. Did I think the ghost was coming from?
That was a very
What are you talking
unusual
about?
voice. I'll keep that as evidence.
This isn't a game where the ghosts can get you. They just kind of are. You know? And here we've got Pastor Rogers, or not Pastor Rogers, that's the guy who sent me the email. We got Pastor Jacob Johnson. This motherfucker, he won't quit telling me to shush and hush
Wow,
and be
that's
quiet.
great audio
I'm
evidence.
fucking. Come on out. I'll talk as much as I want. La 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 la. Oh no, I thought it was like a spider or something. Gotta make sure this one's not lurking around in the shadows, because Kay is a shadow apparition anyways, so she's kind of, she or he, I'm not sure, and there might be two of them, Kay and Jay. Either one of them's in the church and one of them's in the graveyard, or they're both in the church and in the graveyard. I just know I've seen shadow apparitions that look like they're dressed in cloaks in both locations. And I've heard the female voice and the male's voice in here and out there in the graveyard. I think there's two of them here. I think there's two of them in here. And they're part of the cult that was sacrificing goats and... They were sacrificing goats in the woods. Shit's hurting my eyes. I know you're in here, 'cause you keep talking. Where are you? Oh. You gonna leave that one on? One of these times I'm gonna turn around and they're gonna be right freaking there. I need to quit looking at that little camera, because if I'm looking at that little camera when they pop up in front of me, it's going to scare the crap out of me.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop this and I'm going to go get my Paravox. I've got two new tools I can try out here. So let me put... I've already got this too. I don't need that. Alright, let's run out here real quick and grab my Paravox and my other thing. I don't remember what the name of it is. Fucking tissue keeps touching my arm. Yep, that's a nice church. I'd live there. I see why Jesus likes it. It's pretty cool. Okay, so let's grab this one. And this one. And what slots? Yeah, we'll keep the parabox in my hand. I cannot stand the sound of that other one. See if you got anything to say without me asking any questions. Let me just stand here. Stop what? What do you want me to stop? And what if I don't?
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Nope.
Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Do you know why I'm here? How many people are here other than me? Is this your home?
So apparently not that one. So I guess we're gonna have to pull out this loud thing. Man.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Do you know why I'm here? How many people are here other than me? Is this your home? Do you like the current family living here?
Alright, well, I can't stand the fucking sound of that thing. It's gonna drive me nuts. That scared me. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna head over to the mausoleum and look for Pierre. Oh! I missed it! I'm pretty sure I saw K or J right there. Right around that sign on the wall. Oh well. Let me try to get far. Maybe not. Maybe that's just a shadow. I think that's just a shadow. It is. It's just a shadow. It's not them. Oh no. You'll know if you see K or J. They look like a nun. They ain't wanting to talk. No, they just want to keep telling me to shush. Alright, well, we're going to go talk to Pierre then. See if he's got anything to say. Gotta remember that I've got equipment in there. Well, I won't need those. It's just my thermometer and my EMF reader. Which I've already got that evidence, so I don't need it. Okay, and then like down here, like I said, this is Pierre. He is the guy who designed this mausoleum. not knowing that the town was going to use it to create a social divide. So they made it to where you had to be like elite to be buried here. You had to like know a politician or be a politician. And the town didn't like it. And Pierre didn't like it either. And so, in an effort to like squash beef, they put these tombs out here along the outside and made kind of like a garden area. And then later on, they added crypts down that way, which I don't know if you can see it. There's like little mausoleum crypts down here. Well, Pierre and his wife died in a carriage accident, and he died like 4 years after he built the place. So he didn't have any kids or family or nothing like that. So there was nobody to tell the coroner or anybody like, look, he wants to be buried here or whatever. So they built him and his wife marble caskets, right? And they put him right here in the mausoleum that he hated because of what they made it into. And then the way he haunts is that he walks through here and lights candles on the ledges of these elite buried people and lets the candle wax drip all over their belongings and destroys it after a while. But yeah, he's here somewhere. I'm sure we'll see him here in a second. Maybe when they went into the room where they shut the door. Oh, that goes outside. Yeah, he goes outside and then comes back in and then goes outside. No, they was just starting to be shy. It's the game trying to force me to come down here, I think. Where you at? I hear you. You'll start walking or something? Now, he'll talk to me. I bet.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Incredible. I really think this ghost is trying to tell me something. Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Do you know why I'm here? How many people are here other than me? Is this your home? Do you like the current family living here? Why are you here? Can you tell me your name?
Huh. Wonder why you only answered that one question.
Putting the phone.
Alright, yeah, tune yourself out here.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
What? No way. There's no way you saw
Is there
him.
anything you'd like to tell me?
Oh, in the thing. On the screen. Oh, on the screen, yeah. Yeah, he shows up. His name's Pierre
Do you know why I'm here?
Lefebvre.
How many people are here other than me?
I figured he'd be more talkative.
Is this your home? Do you like the current family living here? Why are you here? Can you tell me your name?
Huh.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Yeah, I'm giving you one more chance, man. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Alright then. Well. Yeah, he died in a carriage wreck with his wife. In his 30s. Alright. I'm gonna try one more time with the parabox.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Do you know why I'm here? How many people are here other than me?
Sausage egg muffin.
Is this your home? Do you like the current family living here? Why are you here? Wow, I really think someone is trying to
What did he
communicate with
say?
me. Can you tell me your name?
I have no clue what he said.
Do you know why I'm here? How many people are here other than me?
He speaks French most of the time, so maybe that's why. Alright, Pierre. You gonna show up for the people? You gonna light your candles? Take a stroll in the garden? Yeah, you can see him sometimes walk out through here. And then back inside. Around. And then he'll light the candles on the ledges as he passes sometimes. He's not doing it tonight though. Yeah, he speaks French. I was like, what's that red light? For some reason, the light on my camera is casting a reflection off of stuff. He's really tall and skinny too. Pierre is. He wears a top hat. I think he even has a cane. Kind of like the Planters peanut guy. That's kind of what he... Hello? I don't have my recorder. Are you here? Yeah, I don't... He's right in front of me. I don't have my recorder. Yeah, he's speaking French. He was like, I don't know what he's saying. That's what it sounded like. I don't speak French. you're not doing your candle trick anymore, man. What's up with that? Yeah, he's in one of these and his wife is in the other. Yeah, there's no markers to say which one is which. It would be nice. Usually he likes to stand right here, which may indicate that that's his coffin.
Incredible. I captured a ghost on film.
Damn. That scared the shit out of me. Alright, so that's Pierre. And I told you his backstory, so there's that. Damn. Really cool backstory. I really like him. Okay, so, and that's Northern Cemetery over here. But let's go over here to Mr. Surgerstein's house. So this is the groundskeeper's house. And like I stated before, him and his family lived here. I'm going to play with this rocker real quick. Him and his family lived here for many, many years. And the church come under new management, and they decided it would be a lot cheaper to just pay a company to come out and tend to the grounds than to pay for a whole family to live here on the property. So they kicked the family out, gave them an eviction notice, told them, you know, get to moving, buddy. And yeah, so, and then when they left, they opened this up for tours for like a museum type of thing, which, like I said, I don't understand that, because Mr. Surgerstein wasn't like a famous person. Like, there was nothing interesting about the house. It's just like a multifunctional one-room house. But yeah, this is his house, and then he's got his shed over here. And then some family burial plots. He's got 2 right here. And 2 over there. And then here's the burial grounds that he took care of, which K and J can be seen walking around. Sometimes. I don't see them right now. No, looks pretty dead tonight, no pun intended. And then you got over here, and this is where the darker stuff is, like the Satan cult, the Satanist cult that was out here in the woods sacrificing goats, the Wintakawa, Red Eyes, which was what the villagers believed to be a Native American spirit, who I don't understand. He I don't know what I don't really know anything about his story at all, because he don't speak English, and no one really knows anything about him. Did I miss a turn? I did. There we go. There's a deer. Alright, I gotta find... It's easy to get lost in here, so... Oh no. Am I already lost? Did they take out the... Surely, yeah, here we go. So here's where the summoning circle is. And I found this on accident before they put the opening right there. It was just trees, and you had to walk like 5 feet into the tree line to this opening. And then once you got in here, you couldn't find your way back out. Because, like, there was a really small opening in the woods that you could go through. It was supposed to be hidden, though. And I don't know if I'm the first one to have found it. I like to think that I am. But yeah, I was just pushing against the tree line like this, walking along trying to find like a secret or something like that, and I stumbled in here and I was like, whoa. But yeah, this is where the Wintecawa hangs out, and he likes to cut through these woods right here and out through the other side. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Get me out. There we go. But yeah, so the Wintecawa's here. There's no other spirits in the woods, just him. Down here is where red eyes can be seen. Yeah, just walking along. Yeah, they claim he's a Native American spirit. Then you got J and K, who are grave robbers, slash Satan cultists. And I think J or K is the son of Mr. Sedgerstein. They've never come out and actually said it, like the game developers never said that. I think they're wanting people to make up assumptions and theories of their own about what the game really is. This used to creep me out too. See how there's light right there, and then once you walk up on it, oh, it used to flicker once you walked up on it. Like somebody shut the blinds or something. They fixed it. Huh. But yeah, that's the church. Which we thought was really cool until they dropped that new map, man. That lighthouse map. It's insane. Definitely jumped. Oh, for sure, yeah. I know I did. Alright, so where are we going to now? The house on Jefferson Street. Conrad, please help me. My name is Dolores Slocum. I am the mother of 3 children, Cece, Bernie, and Evie. Cece, my oldest child, has been worrying me with her behavior, and is why I'm contacting you. To put things simply, I feel that I've been the best mother I can be. Excuse me. But Cece is beyond my reach. I don't want to disclose too much, but she's gotten herself into quite a mess recently. It's gotten to the point where social services have been to my home and questioning my ability to parent my own children. It may seem ridiculous, but I believe she may be possessed by some terrible spirit. She did not always behave the way she does now. In fact, I distinctly recall her behavior changing rather abruptly about 3 months ago. We have lived here in our house for about 3 years. Within the first 6 months of living here, from time to time, I would see shadows passing in my peripheral. I work so much and am exhausted most of the time, so at the time I figured it was just me being so tired. However, 6 months after my initial sighting, I started to hear a woman's disembodied voice from behind the walls. At first it seemed like maybe our neighbors had their TVs up too loud. But now, after the last visit from social services, Cece started talking in tongues. As I started to reflect on everything going on, I started to believe that there is something paranormal going on. Over the last week, I have been trying to be more observant, knowing I was going to contact you. It seems like the shadows appear around the bedrooms in the house. I have heard the woman's voice in almost every room on the main floor, but not as regularly as I see the shadows. Additionally, in my opinion, I believe there are unusual changes in temperature throughout the house. From what I have read online about these occurrences, I am convinced there is some kind of spirit in our home. I'm so looking forward to your response. I just want things to be normal again. Dang. I can't imagine. That's gotta be pretty crazy. I'm sure she just wants her daughter back to normal, so we'll see what we can do. So she thinks she's possessed. We'll do shadows passing in the peripheral. CC talking in tongues. And then we'll go over here to archives, because I got all the stuff here. Yeah. So we'll get CC's detention notice. Whatever the fuck that is, and this. Alright, let's go. I don't even know if that's all the ones that I needed, but... House on Jefferson Street. It is this one.
I feel terrible about Dolores' situation. Possession is such a controversial topic, and quality help is often difficult to find. I guess the best thing I can do to help is determine if anything paranormal is going on in their home. If it is, then I should obtain as much evidence as possible. I'm sure I'll be able to find enough evidence to support their claims and put their minds at ease.
Alright. We're going to go in with the EMF first. It's always best to get that evidence out of the way, because it's always the hardest to get. So I like to get the EMF and the temperatures first. So let's head in. And before we go in here, something that was mentioned about this house to me is that it's not built anywhere near railroad tracks. But for some reason the house roars as if it's like vibrating, like a train's going by. Like, check this out. Well, that was fast.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating.
That was a noise, dude. I heard that. This game is gaslighting me. I'm being gaslit by a video game right now. It's just that. It's not. There we are. Where are you?
The EMF meter should not behave this way.
All right.
This is paranormal.
Alright. Where are you? Central air just kicked on. It's a little bit harder to hear now. That's pretty cold.
These temp readings are unusual.
I've got it cornered. You stay right there. Don't you fucking move.
Something is
Yeah.
These temperature readings.
Yeah, you're right here,
paranormal.
aren't you? You got anything you want to say?
Is there anything you'd like to tell me?
What are you doing in a teenager's room, first of all?
Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Okay, well. I'm gonna look around back here. What? Like what? The fuck is your problem? Quit moaning in my ear. Let's get down to the real issue. It's this fucker in here. Hey, what's up? Let me holler at you real quick. I know you're in here. And I'm not scared of you.
I'll keep that as audio evidence.
Oh, yeah? Dude, this fucking room is trashed. Look at all this trash on the floor. Why don't you pick us up? There, now I can hear.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
I think the reason why this room is trashed is because this was a summoning room. They thought they could keep something down here. I think that's why it's in here, for the most part, but it has the will to be able to move around and whatnot. Hello?
What a rare experience to take a photo of a ghost. I'll keep that as audio evidence. That's extraordinary audio evidence.
Damn.
That was a very unusual noise. I'll keep that as evidence.
The sound quality in this game is amazing. Like, my hair is sticking up on the back of my neck. That freaking got me right there. Okay, you're overdoing it now. Think it's funny first
Ooh,
time.
that
It
is
ain't
pure
funny
audio evidence.
fourth fucking time you do it, buddy. I'll hurt so many more. Is that what you
That is
said?
a very unusual noise. I'll keep that as evidence.
I'm always shocked every time they pop up because the build up in this game is amazing. I love the build up. The real quietness at first, and then like it's quiet until it's not type of game. I love that. I love that. Sorry?
That's extraordinary
I
audio
somehow
evidence.
caught that, but I didn't hear it. Conrad heard it. As long as he hears it, I guess. You out here? Shit. Just walking to the side of your house. Anything in here? Yep. But that's probably where we're going to wrap it up tonight. We'll do a whole... There's a
Wow.
ghost right
I
there.
took a photo of a ghost.
I'm pretty sure I just saw ghostly tatas. I'm not even... Whatever. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here and call this one a night. We'll spend a whole episode just on this house, though. But if you like the stream, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you, if you like to, join the stream over on Twitch at 10:30 p.m. Weekdays. And you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye. I just seen ghost tatas. You did. You totally did. Alright, good night. Yeah, what a way to end. Out with a bang.